Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 6 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 6 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter symmetry and transformations. The lessons we're going to cover from the chapter are reflections, graph the image, find side lengths of similar figures, similar and congruent figures, rotations, graph the image. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So let's just start with the chapter symmetry and transformations. Here I am on grade 6 math. The chapter we're working on is symmetry and transformations. So let's just start with the lesson, that is reflections, graph the image. Graph the image of rectangle RSTU after a reflection over the x-axis, right? So you have to graph this rectangle and the reflection is over the x-axis, right? So basically, uh, reflection means when you see in the mirror, that is just the reflected image, right? So the reflected image over the x-axis is the coordinates are exactly same. Like here you have mm, 5 and -2. For you it would be, because that is over the x-axis, right? That would be 5 and 2 for you. This is the new coordinates for you. For t they are 10 and -2, so here you have 10. For r, because that is the image is reflected over the x-axis, so all the x coordinates are exactly same, right? The y coordinates are changed. R is 5 and 9, and s is 10 and 9, right? So just join all these and that is the reflected image. That is u dash, t dash, s dash, r dash, right? That is the reflected image. Got it? Okay, let me just try to read. Reflect point r 5 -9 over the x-axis. Since r is 9 units below the x-axis, r is 9 unit above the x-axis, right? How you move? R is above 9, r is below the 9, below 9 points the x-axis, right? So you have to move 9 points up. Now reflect point r over the x-axis. S- since s is 9 units below the x-axis, s is 9 units up the x-axis, right? So you have to see how many the point, for example, start with the r, right? R is 9 units down below the x-axis, right? So you have to move r 9 unit up the x-axis, right? Here is 9 unit down, you have to move 9 unit up, like this, right? Then same with the s is 9 unit below the x-axis, you have to move 9 unit up. U is 2 unit below the x-axis, you have to move 2 unit up. T is 2 unit below the x-axis, you have to move 2 unit up. Just join them and make the reflected image. It is like this: U dash, T dash, S dash, R dash, right? For this lesson, we don't have the practice questions, we just have the tutorial, right? So let's just see the other lesson, other one. Okay. Graph the image TUVW after reflection over the x-axis. So again, the rectangle is reflected over the x-axis, right? So just look at these points. W is 8 point up, right? Move W 8 point down. Here is W. U is 8 point up, move U V 8 point down. U is 4 point up, move U 4 point down. T is 4 point up the x-axis, move it 4 point down. So now just join these points and make a rectangle. This is U dash, T dash, V dash, and W dash. Got it? That is the reflected triangle over the x-axis. So basically you have to see how, for all the 4 points, you have to see how many points they are above the x-axis. You have to move them same distance below the x-axis, right? So you have to join them and make them the reflected image. Okay, let's see if we have another example. You can find this lesson in your book and do as many practice as you can, right? Okay. Graph the image of square EFGH after a reflection over the y-axis, right? So start with G. G is 4 point y-axis you have to reflect, right? So see how distance they are from the y-axis, because now you have to move. So H is 7 points. 8 points away from the y-axis, right? So move left 8 points. No, 7. Okay, E is again 7. So here is E. This is H dash, E dash. G is 5 points. This is G dash. And this is F dash. Now just connect them and make a square. So this is the reflected image of the square EFGH, right? That is the reflection over the y-axis, right? You have to see how this is the y-axis, how many points the square is on the left side of the y-axis. You have to move the same distance on the right hand side, right? So that is G dash, E dash, F dash, G dash, and H dash over the y-axis. Got it? If you have any questions related to the lesson, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Okay, let's just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is find the find the side lengths of similar figures. Okay, if these two shapes are similar, what is the measure of the missing side length J? So you have to form the proportion. This side and this side are similar, right? So just form the proportion 1 over 2, and this side is similar. So 5 divided by J, right? Now just cross multiply J times 1 and 5 times 2. J times 1 and 2 times 5. J times 1 is J and 5 times 2 is 10. That means this length is 10, right? Whenever it's 2, no, 10 it is. J is 10. What is 2? Can you please repeat your question? J equals 10. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, if these two shapes are similar, what is the measure of the missing? Okay, what is the measure of the missing length J? You have to find the missing side length. That's the same one we just did on the tutorial. Basically, what we can do, we can simply make a proportion between the similar sides, right? So these two sides are similar. You can do like 2 divided by 1, and then you can, they are similar, you can do just J divided by 5, right? So just cross multiply, that is J times 1 and 2 times 5. So J equals 10. That means the missing side length is 10. Got it? J equals 10. The correct option is 10. Okay, if these two shapes are similar, what is the measure of the missing length M? You have to find the missing length M. So just form a proportion between the similar sides. Here you have 1 and 4, they are similar. So 1 divided by 4. Here you have M and here you have 12. So that is M divided by 12. Now solve this equation for M, right? Just cross multiply. 4 times M equal 12 times 1. 4 times M is 4M and 12 times 1 is 12. Divide both sides by measure. Here it is measure. That means the length of the side. 4 and 4 cancel out. You are left with 12 divided by 4 is 3. The correct option is 3. M is 3. Measurement means the length of this side. No, measure is an English word. Here you can see, look, here it is measure. You pronounce it like measure. No, not Urdu name. You know Urdu? That is M equals 3. So the correct option is 3. Then how you said that's an Urdu word? I'm explaining everything in English. How can I use words in Urdu? If these two shapes are similar, what is the measure? Here is the word measure. What? No. Here is the spelling. You write the wrong spelling on the Google. Just write this one, MEASURE. That is the spellings of the Meyer, right? Meyer of the missing length K. Basically, you have to find the length of the side K. The one you saw on Google, that is something else, but this word Meyer is different. Okay, you have K and 2. So that is K divided by 2, then 6 divided by 12. So just cross multiply. K equals 6 times 2 and divided by 12. 6 times 2 is 12 and 12 divided by 12 is 1. So the correct option is 1. K equals 1. Just Google the word Meyer, MEASURE. That is K equals 1. The correct option is K equals 1. Got it? Okay, if these two shapes are similar, what is the measure of the missing length D? Basically, the word measure means finding the lengths of the sides, right? Yes, that is measure. Okay, if these two shapes are similar, what is the measure of the missing length D? You have to find the side length of the D. So that is 2, form a proportion, that is 2 divided by 1, that equals 2 divided by 2 divided by 1 and D divided by 2. So just cross multiply. So D equals 2 times 2 equals 4. The correct option is D equals 4. The correct option is D equals 4. You can search the Google, this pronunciation is not wrong. If these two shapes are, you can focus on the lesson rather than the pronunciation. If these two shapes are similar, what is the measure of the missing side length Y? Which is the correct option? Just Google the word and search the pronunciation. The correct option is Y equals 1. The correct option is 1. If these two shapes are similar, what is the measure of the missing length Z? So which is the correct option? The correct option is z equals 4. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is similar and congruent figures. Let's just start with the next lesson. How are these figures related? But they are not related. This one has one, two, three, four, five sides. This one has six sides, right? So the shapes are not same. They are neither similar nor congruent, right? How are these shapes related? They are similar shapes because they have the shape is same. The shapes are similar, but the size is not same, right? So they are similar but not congruent. The correct option is they are similar but not congruent. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Are these shapes, how are these figures related? They are neither similar nor congruent, right? The correct option is they are neither similar nor congruent. The correct option is neither similar nor congruent. How are these figures related? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are similar. They are. Hello. They are congruent, similar and congruent, right? Because their side lengths are exactly Same, so they are congruent. Can you hear me now? How are these figures related? They are congruent, right? How are these figures related? They are similar but not congruent because their sizes are not same, right? These are not same, so they are similar but not congruent. Are these figures how are these figures related? Neither similar nor because they have the different side length different, the shapes are different and the side lengths are also different, so they are neither similar and nor congruent. How are these figures related? They are similar but not congruent. The correct option is similar but not congruent. How are these figures related? So, which is the correct option? They are neither similar nor congruent. Got it? How are these figures related? They are congruent, right? The correct option is congruent. How are these figures related? They are similar but not congruent. How are these figures related? They are neither similar nor congruent, right? The correct option is neither similar nor congruent. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let's just move on to next lesson. The next one is rotations graph the image. Okay, Graph the image of rectangle QRST after a rotation of 180 degrees clockwise around the origin. So that is a 180-degree rotations, right? Okay, here is the explanation. 180 degree is half of a full turn, right? The rotation will turn the rectangle half of the turn into clockwise direction. Rotate the point Q 180-degree clockwise around the origin. The point will move from quadrant 3 to quadrant 1. Like from here, this is the point Q. That the point moves from here to here. That is 180-degree rotation, right? From here to here. Got it? To find the exact location, image 00 and Q forming opposite corners of a box, rotate the box keeping the 00 corner fixed. So you have to keep this point fixed. You have to just rotate Q like this, right? Now rotate the point S, negative 6, negative 5 and T 180-degree clockwise around the origin. Now here is the R. Now you have to rotate the point R from here to here. Now rotate the R clockwise around the origin. The point will move from quadrant 3 to quadrant 1. Again, imagine a box to find the exact rotation. So when you move from QRST from here to here, it will be move 180-degree rotation, and here is the new point, that is Q dash, R dash, S dash and T dash, right? Let me just see here. The coordinates of the Q are negative 9 and negative 6. Here they are 9 and 6. The next one is graph the image of rectangle JKLM after a rotation of 270 degrees clockwise, counterclockwise around the origin. So counterclockwise rotation it is, right? That means the opposite rotation, 270 degrees. This is 3/4 turn, the complete 270-degree rotation, right? So if you have to move from here to here. I just cannot read the explanation. 100 270-degree counterclockwise is the same as 90-degree clockwise. So you can think of the rotation at 1/4 of a full turn to the counterclockwise. Rotate the point negative 7 and 4 J counterclockwise around the origin. The point will move from quadrant 2 to quadrant 1 to find exact image 00 and basically you have to uh, the origin is fixed. You have to move around along the origin, right? So you have to move from J from here to here. Keep it fixed. Here you have the coordinates of the J are negative 7 and 4. Now they are 4 and 7. The coordinates of the K are 1 and 4. Now they are 4 and 1, right? Okay, the next example is graph the image of square PQRS after the rotation of 180-degree clock counterclockwise around the origin, right? So again, you have to move PQRS to 180-degree. So when you rotate, that would be from first quadrant to third quadrant, right? So here is P. The P has the coordinates 3 and 5. So here you have P dash. The coordinates are negative 3 and negative 5, right? Q has the coordinates 7, 5. Now here you have negative 7 and negative 5, right? S has the coordinates 3 and 9. So S dash has coordinates negative 3 and negative 9. R has the coordinates 7 and 9. So R has the coordinates negative 7 and negative 9, right? So you don't have any practice questions for this lesson here. You can find the lesson in your book and do as many practice questions as you can, right? So we are done with the lesson. We are working on grade 6 math. The chapter we're working on is symmetry and transformations. The lessons we have covered today are reflection, graph the image, find side lengths of similar figures, similar and congruent figures, and rotations, graph the image. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we did today. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday 5 to 9, or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10. If you have any questions, you can please ask. No questions? Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.